Hello, and thank you for tuning in to the Take Note and Move Forward podcasting show. I am your host, Notes from Wanda, your forgiveness coach and your silence breaker. The last episode of this podcast was about how some of us use relationships to hide from our pain. I talked about how some of us, we get involved with people and try to commit ourselves to other people, even though we know that we're not ready, because we have so many other things going on and so much pain that we're trying to hide. So the fact is that some of us should really consider thinking about what we are going through before we jump into another relationship. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that episode, please visit my website at notesforwanda.com/HEART. Again, it's notesforwanda.com/HEART. Today's episode is about coping with flashbacks and painful memories. The truth is that some of us have some very unhealthy habits that we have formed because we're trying to push aside all of the pain and the trauma that we went through due to the fact that we were raped, abused, or child molested. This is not something that's always easy for us to talk about. And the truth is that even though you have the Me Too movement, you have women coming forward talking about their experience, there's not enough people talking about what happens afterwards. How do we move on? How do we heal from this pain? And it's going to take a lot more than just confessing the fact that you have been through some type of trauma. It's going to take more than that. Because some of these unhealthy habits that some of us have formed, is causing us to fall down a slippery slope. For me, it took me some time to learn that hiding my pain and drinking and overeating was not the solution to my problem. As a matter of fact, it caused more problems. I almost lost my daughter and my life because of it. It takes time to heal from trauma. So stop trying to push yourself through it. Stop trying to push yourself to get over it so fast. Just like there are steps to get over drug abuse and alcohol, there are steps that you can take to cope with the pain and the flashbacks that you're having about your trauma. One of those things that you can do, one thing that you can do, you can write down the way that you're feeling while you're having a flashback. What this does is it helps you recognize what you're going through, and it helps you actually admit deep down inside that you've been through it. Like I said, there's one thing to speak up, but to actually feel what you were feeling at that moment and to recognize those feelings are two different things. If you're able to write down the feelings that you're having during that flashback, it helps you recognize what is ticking you off the most, what actually pushed you over the edge to allow you to result to the unhealthy habits to push the pain aside. The second thing that you can do to cope with your flashbacks is talk to someone that has been through a similar trauma or similar incident that you went through. Talking to someone that has been abused or been down that dark and twisty road, it allows you to see that you're not alone. You're not the only one that's having a problem getting through that mess. And the truth is, it doesn't help when you're trying to get through all of that mess by yourself. It helps you recognize that, no, you're not a fool for sitting up there thinking about what you went through and how it's affecting you. You're not a fool, and you're not weak. You're just a person that's been through a lot and you need to get through it. And in order to get through it, sometimes it helps if you talk to someone. The third and the last thing that I wanted to tell you about was my free action guide. My free action guide will help you cope with your flashbacks on a daily basis. My action guide includes information that you can use every day to get through the painful flashbacks, to help you get back on track with what you were trying to accomplish for that day. Because God knows there's some times that some of us get to the point where we're having a nervous breakdown. We can't make it through the next second. We can't make it through the next hour because we're so stuck in that moment from when we were abused or when something horrible happened to us. And there's a way to get through that. Download my free action guide today by visiting my website at notesforwanda.com/I'm ready. Again, it's notesforwanda.com/I'm ready. For those of you who follow me on social media and those of you who have been reading my blog posts, you know about the foolishness that I took myself through. And if you read my book, they said that I wouldn't make it, but here I am. You already know how much pain and trauma I took myself through just to hide the pain. So in addition to the trauma that I went through, I added more on top of that by trying to cope with the pain and the flashbacks by myself. You don't have to do that. You don't have to go down this rabbit hole where you feel like you're stuck. Download my free action guide today. It's notesforwanda.com/I'm ready. And if you're not following me on social media and reading some of my inspirational quotes and some of the free information that I provide every day, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at notesfromwanda. And on Facebook, you can follow me at facebook.com/take note, move forward. You guys have a wonderful day. I thank you so much for tuning in, and I thank you so much for being patient for this next episode that I just put out today. Coming soon, the podcast will be live. And I know we have tried this before, but I got all the kinks worked out. So yay! We will be going live, and the podcast show will allow people to participate and ask questions during the time that the show is actually being recorded and put out there. Have a wonderful day. Take care.